Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel once again, and this is going to be another wrestling review. So it is the Halloween season, so because of that, at all the reviews I have, at least wrestling reviews that I have, with maybe one or two exceptions, are going to be some Halloween Havoc reviews. Uh, Whether it be in WCW or in NXT once NXT revived it. But we're not just going to look at good Halloween Havoc matches. There certainly will be some ones there, but we're going to look at some not so great Halloween Havoc matches. And the match we're about to talk about, it existed. And that's the nice thing I can say about it. I'm talking about the Chamber of Horrors match from Halloween Havoc 1991. I, as always, am not a professional wrestling reviewer or analyst. Is a man who enjoys a good time, which wasn't really had here. Um, so let's just get right into it. So if you've seen these reviews of mine before, you kind of already know how this works. If you haven't, I'm gonna be talking about what I liked and what I disliked about the match. So starting with what I liked, uh, at least the talent pool was okay. I like so. Oh, there's essentially two teams here. The first team is made up of Cactus Jack, and this is the heel team. Team is Cactus Jack, Abdul the Butcher, or Cactus Jack, Abdul the Butcher, or hang on, let me look up exactly everybody who's in this match. Make sure that I don't have a wrong. Because the talent pool, well, the amount of like talent and everything, and just people who would become, who to an extent already were kind of stars for the most part, or to this point, would later on become much bigger stars with, or even after this match, which is nice at least. So the heel team consists of Abdul the Butcher, the Diamond Stud, aka the future Razor Ramon, Cactus Jack, and Big Van Vader are unmasked for this match, which is interesting. And then the face team consists of the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott, Elegante, and Sting. Apparently, Barry Windham was supposed to be in this match. And then, but he was taken out before the show by Arn Anderson and Larry Sabisco. In kayfabe, I forget the exact reason why he was taken out in real life, but yeah, so he was replaced here or in this match, and and like I said, I keep mentioning the talent and everything, and like Sting, obviously, the Steiner brothers. The little bit I'm going back and seeing of the M is pretty cool for the most part. Heard Razor Ramon, of course, would become a major star. Mick Foley, always love Mick Foley. Invader, there's stuff I'm going back and seeing of Vader I like for the most part, but like what are they doing in this match? And I guess that's what I didn't like is pretty much everything else. Else, for starters, there's a lot of brawling there, which can work if done correctly, and it wasn't really done correctly here. Like like it just wasn't really interesting. Like they brawl around for a bit, then the chair lowers, hers, and then they brawl around some more until the finish. So pretty much, there was a couple like kind of cool spots, such as like Sting lobbing up the casket lid onto Cactus Jack's head, and Cactus Jack and Abdul the Butcher being busted open at a point in this match, which naturally, of course. But so the objective to win is there's a chair, or an electric chair, lowered from the ceiling in a cage. You put your opponent in, and then someone else hits the switch. The switch that unintentionally kept falling over, so they had to tape it up, and that does play into the and it is a part of the finish. But you essentially have to put your opponent in the chair and flip the switch so that your opponent can be electrocuted. Which my goodness, that is that's murder. But yeah, so you essentially have to win the match that way, and so the finish being that Abdullah Butcher goes to put Rick in the chair, Rick Steiner that is, but Rick turns around, puts Abdullah in the chair. Cactus Jack has no idea, so he flips the switch, and Abdullah the Butcher is electrified. And the visual, they tried, they definitely tried with the sparks and like shaking around and stuff, even though the crown of like the electric chair isn't on his head all the way. There's like a lot of room between the actual crown and his head. So, would I expect anything less is to cap off this not so great match. Like it's just a very cheesy match. Essentially, it's essentially 8 guys having to work around this gimmick. This gimmick being, of course, the electric chair that ascends from the ceiling and everything. Heck, it almost crushes Cactus Jack, but he manages to move out of the way. And you can see Rick kind of like trying to pull it down, I guess, to intentionally crush Cactus Jack. At least in kayfabe. At least I hope it was in kayfabe. But yeah, so that's lowered, and then that finish happens, but they essentially have to work around it, and it's just really cheesy and everything. I get, Halloween Havoc, so it's supposed to be, spooky, scary, stuff like that, but it is very, very cheesy. I imagine if you're like a younger fan, this could have been perhaps a little bit traumatizing, seeing not just the blood and stuff, but also the electrocution, a man seemingly dying from the electrocution, but otherwise it is pretty cheesy. And the action throughout sadly wasn't that great. They kind of tried, and they kind of tried to make it interesting, but it just wasn't gonna work. And another thing that they tried to get over in this match is the referee camera. So we occasionally cut to this different camera angle. It's supposed to be like this, almost like a early version of like a GoPro almost on one of the referee's heads. So we cut to that camera, but it doesn't, like, the camera quality on that is way worse, and it doesn't really look that great, and it even cuts out like at times. So just stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff makes for a very one of the matches of all time. Sadly it wasn't great, but it happened. Yeah, so that I think is gonna do it for this review. So plenty of other Halloween Havoc matches. We're gonna see some good ones, but we're also gonna see some really cheesy ones and some really not great ones. So stay tuned. But nevertheless, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the match and my review of the match. Did you like to like the match? Did you like to like my review of the match? Let me know. If you haven't already, in the description, and I have links to other social media, so follow the Nigelverse on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys later. Peace.